This is Chapter 5, Lesson 1, Integers and Graphing. So I can use integers to represent data. Positive whole numbers, their opposites, and 0 are called blank. In that blank, you're going to write integers. Okay, so positive whole numbers, their opposites, and 0 are called integers. So remember, opposites, they're the negative numbers, so negative whole numbers. To represent data that are less than 0, you can use negative integers. A negative integer is written with a minus sign out in front. Data that are greater than 0 are represented by positive integers. Okay? So I can graph integers by graphing them on a number line. Integers and sets of integers can be graphed on a horizontal or vertical number line. To graph a point on a number line, draw a point on the number line at its location. A set of integers is written using braces such as 2, -9, and 0. So I've got the little squiggly braces on them, okay? So let's look at some examples. So example number 1 says write an integer for each situation. Explain the meaning of 0 in each situation, okay? So a 10-yard loss. So the integer I'm going to write, I lost something, right? So it's going to be a negative integer. Because it represents a loss, the integer is -10. In football, the integer 0 represents no yards lost or no yards gained. Okay, example number 2, 4 inches of rain above normal. So above is that key word. Above is positive, so it's 4. You can also write +4. In this situation, the integer 0 represents the normal amount of rain. Okay, example 3, a $48 deposit into a savings account. So deposit, you're putting something in, it's a positive, it's an increase. So the integer in this situation is 48, okay? And in this situation, the integer 0 represents neither money put in or taken out. Okay, so I didn't put money in, I didn't take anything out. So I didn't deposit or withdraw anything. Okay. Example number 4, I want to graph -7 on a number line. So I draw my number line, okay, and then I draw a point at -7. So notice I have 0 here, then I have -1. As I go towards the left, the numbers get bigger. Okay, so it just means that they're greater negative numbers. Graph the set of integers -4, 2, and -1 on a number line. So again, I draw my number line. There's -4, I make a point. 2, I make a point, and -1, I make a point. 6, graph the set of integers 0, 2, and -3 on a number line. So I drew my number line. This time it's a vertical as opposed to a horizontal. Same thing though. Okay. So I'm graphing 0, I graph 2, and I graph -3. You can use vertical or horizontal, completely up to you, whichever line you want to use. Gives you the same answer. So now there are a couple of try problems on this page. I want you to go ahead, pause the video, try them out, and when you're done, we will go over the answers together. Now that you've done the try it problems on your own, let's go over the answers together. So it says write an integer for each situation. Explain the meaning of 0 in each situation. So letter A says a gain of $2 a share. So gain means I added. So my integer is 2. And in this situation, 0 means no loss or gain. So I didn't lose anything, I didn't gain anything. Okay. Then I have 10 degrees below 0 for letter B. So below means negative, so negative 10. And 0 represents 0 degrees. Okay, so the weather is just 0. It's at 0. Okay. Letter C says graph each set of integers on a number line. So I have -3, 0, -2, 4. So -3 is right there. 0 is right there. -2. And then 4. Okay. For letter D, it says graph each set of the numbers on the number line. So I'm going to go ahead and draw my number line. Okay. In a room. Okay, so here's my number line. I have -9, -6, 5, just right there, and 8. Okay, so there's my points. Graph each one of them on a line. Okay, and that is the end of lesson 1.